Hey people, this is going to be part 3 on the language change. This will be the 4th movie. The first one was on the Greek, but don't miss the 2nd and 3rd was number 1 and 2 on the Hebrew. And I want to thank Joseph for his donation. Part of that's going to go toward getting this buzz out of my computer. I believe it's my fan getting loud that you're hearing buzz in there. And then another piece of it will go toward my data extension. I haven't worked this month, so I've been using my data up. And then all the rest of it's going to go toward margaritas and tacos. So what I sent you in that return mail was this Paleo Hebrew Torah. And it's the one I started on. I used it for searching. And when I first started reading this, I found it easier to read this old Paleo style than the modern block style Hebrew. All the letters are so similar. And you can see pretty easy, the E-T-U-R-E, B-K-T, B-L-B, U-N-A-E. I open it with Adobe and I use it for searching. Not all the letters line up. To type a E, you have to type a H, and the Vav is the W, and this Tet, I believe it's the J. But if you're not sure, you can grab them and put them up here, and it'll let you know which symbol. The F is the Tet. And so I use this for searching, and it'll show me how many times it comes up exactly. And this is just the first 5 books. And then after I find the word in the form I'm looking for, then I can go to Bible Hub and find that word and see what category they put in, because they give the word so many different meanings. It might be spelt one time in that category and 1,000 other times in another category. And so it comes in handy for my searching. And it's real quick to find, the first and the last time it's used in the Torah by hitting previous. It'll go to the bottom. So I read these first 3 lines in the last 2 movies. And then line 4, it comes up the same, the exact same. Except, they never do it the same. These are poets. That would be embarrassing. So they're showing you that this word can read backwards too here with this line. Here it just read 3 times, once all the way through, and then twice to this mark here. Who yammer to who yammer, who yammer. Who says to who says to who says. And so here it's the same, who yammer. And who yammer? Yammer is the writings of time. It has to do with the time of the moon. And it's who yammer to who yammer, who yammer. Who says to who says who says. Hearsay is what you're getting. And then this line down here is having you read this E, and then back this way, E-E-V-E, V-E. And then turn around and read everything back this way. And so I'm going to read this as E is the, and then come back this way, and it's E-V-E. And you can see it either way here, H-A-V-A-H. They give it, but that's Eve. And it's the Eve, and then in. B is in. B-V is in. The even, the, all back this way. A-V-E, have, where, may, to. The even, who yammer to who yammer, who yammer. The even, the have, where, may, to. And usually this always ends with a vav, and it usually goes with this next letter over here. And so it's when, W-N, connect the cycle is when. And it's V-N-E, Vin, when Vin. And then the E's reading with this U is telling you to read this backwards. And it's when Vin, who, null, N-L. And then back the other way, N, nullin, when to cancel out. When the VIN is the VIN number on your car that tells the time and the date. It's all about VIN, Ben in the cycle, when it was bottled. And then the EU, who, null, N-L-N, nullin, and then W, and then come back and read this again. When you see this mark, every letter in this word will read twice. And so the VIN, the the birth date, the Vin, who nulling, who's canceling out, will, and then the diamond here telling you to read this I on this side, and so it's reading, I-O-I-R, as in the joy, joyer. But it's read, the first I, you just read it to make, O-I-R, and it's the hour. And so the hours mean double hours. There's 12 constellations, and they all hold 2 hours, gives you 24 hours throughout the day. And so when this word reads backwards, it usually starts with an E, and it often reads backwards, as in the Rio, the river, and the river whore. And so the whore, is the I make first. The O, the I, and it's to see the work first. And it's what you see first when you're pulling up to a city. It's not the city, but what's the city known for? And it's, when it's the river, the I make first. The river is, in the Milky Way. And the I make first. First you see the brightest star of a constellation. Or you see the foot, step out first when you're watching them come up over the east. They step out first. And so the hour kind of has a different meaning, but you'll see hours spelled different ways. And it means different parts of the constellation. One means the entire constellation. And one means to see make first, when it first appears. And so, who yammer to who yammer, the eve, the eve is the transition. The eaves are the transitions between the roof and the walls around your outside of your house. The eve is the morning and the evening, the eves. And have where may, when Vin, who nullin, will, W-L-L-I, will lie. The dot in the L says there's 2 L's. W-L-L-I, will lie, hour. Then image, U-M-G, like a image, but connect from the foot, stepping out. And so you're not imaging it, but you're more imagining it, because you're not seeing it. All you're seeing is the foot step out. And the image, and then the D is a double letter. And so it's T-H or T-E with the double, with the dot. Sometimes it's a double D, sometimes it's the T-H. And so you read this as tell, T-H-L, and then extra L here with this mark, 2 L's. T-H-L-L or T-E-L-L. The image tell. And then W-R, where, and then A-S-H-A-R, where assure to. Use, U-S-E, the S is followed by the H or the E with the dot here. Anytime it's a H, it could be a H or a E. Where assure, and then to use, and then this way, U-V, of, the use of. And then you, the use to, the, connected, the use to, vesum is. VS is to fill, as in a vessel, and the vesum is, or vesism is. This is on the first page when it says the heaven, it begins with an E. This is where they got this in here, but it doesn't have the E for the, it would be in heavens, but it's vesum is. When house, W-N-O-S-E, and let us make, and let us build is when Vin, and the time, and when house. All the ancient language, the H is given. And then backwards and forwards, annul. When house, annul. And the lines tell me that this word's stopping here at the L. And so this is a separate word, new. Annul of new. And then shoes, S-H-U-S. The little upside down. This is a upside down vav here. It means to slip a U in there, S-H-U-S. The shoes. And then this is P-N. And when the N's final, it reads as an M. But I believe when it has this mark, it means it's not final, and it reads as an N like this. And so it's the pen, and then backwards and forwards. TS, the pence up, upon. The pence upon puts, 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 all in ping, PNI, all in the ping, the place, culture, cultures, arts. So after I read this a couple of times, I come back and I read it fast, and it puts together words that I missed. But if you missed the last couple movies, all the ancient magic books, the 6th and 7th book of Moses, the Moses magical spirit art, all the ancient magic books, they give you a list of angels and hours, the ruling angels of the hours. And it's the same thing as the Shem Ham Farash, because the times change as the Easter sun rises in another constellation. Instead of rewriting the book, they just give you a Shem Ham Farash so you can adjust the old writings. And it affects pretty much every aspect of this book, because everything was coded in the astrology. And so if that star is not there anymore, it changes the meaning of the words. And so it's all centered around this 72-fold name, this 72-letter name. And it just gives you a code to make the old system work again. And what this 72-letter name means, if you take a circle and you divide it by 72, it's going to give you the 5, the pentagram. And you see that here, the PNIKL, the pinnacle. And that's the tetragrammaton. Everything has to be shifted for the new age. And they try to say this is tetra, meaning 4-letter name of God, Matan. But this is tet, T-E-T, to collect the first knowledge. It means to wear, to collect the first knowledge, tet-ra. And the where, the letters, the word, the gram, a letter, where the letter from ton, from fashion, to collect where the letter from fashion. And so the letters aren't sitting in the same place in the sky anymore. And so you're having to do some math in order to take the value of the place of the star and fit it back into the words. So who says to who says who said the eve have where may when its birth, the eve is on the horizon. Who nullen will layer image tell where assure to use to vesum is, to vesum, I vest in you, to invest, I vesum is. And knows when of new shoes pence, P-N-T-S. And so pence is not scattered abroad. Pence is the opposite of scattered abroad. Pence is when something is penned up or shut up. The shoes pence upon puts, and shut it up puts. All in ping, all in the position, cultures the arch. And it all goes in the art, in the ceiling. Alright, I'm going to get those tacos. Line 5 in the next part.
Don't forget. Hooty hoot, hooty hoot. I won't forget.
Alright, I'm going to cut this off here. Good day.